Today on The Wicked, we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 2.01 Phantom Liberty. Yes, you heard me right. Not only are we talking about Cyberpunk 2.0, but we're talking about the newer patch update. Because I played the game a lot now. I've had a lot of time with it. I took my time with it. I really wanted to get to know the ins and outs of it before I give my final thoughts on it. I haven't completed it, but I wanted to give my opinion whilst I'm in the middle of it, whilst I'm feeling all the feelings, you know? And so far it's been great. Honestly, it's been really good. Pre-patch, there was a few issues. Yeah, there were a couple. There were little things, graphical errors mostly. Nothing game breaking for me, although I did see that the 2.01 update patch did cover a few of those things, a few things that couldn't move on with the story. There was one where you do a mission for these two cops and they're completely useless. Don't know if I have footage of it, but you do a mission for these two cops and they're completely useless. There's some drug bust gone wrong. I don't know, but you go your separate ways, and then eventually you get a text message from one of these police officers. Police officers like, "Hey, come on by. I set up my own business. I got out of the game. I'm not a crooked cop anymore. You really helped me." You know, RPG, the usual. And when you get there, he's like, "Hey V, come on in," but his shutter is closed. You can't see him. He shouldn't be able to see you. But so you can get in. You can continue on with the mission, but you know, he set up a shop, apparently a hot dog stand or something. So there was a couple of little bugs like that. I'm pretty sure they're all fixed by now with the 2.01 update. But otherwise, my experience with the game has been honestly all good, really good. I feel like the 2.0 update really did fix the game. It made the game what it should have been on release date. It made the game what it should have been all that time ago, long ago in 20 when it was supposed to originally come out. What was it, 2021? I don't know, when it decided to start bricking consoles, and instead of being the biggest, most open, most advanced RPG yet, just pretty basic and undercooked. Now I don't think any of those adjectives quite suit it. It's very deep. The story, I think, found its flow better with Phantom Liberty. Phantom Liberty definitely adds more to the story, makes it feel more real, better written. The characters feel a little bit more developed. The story itself just seems to weave very nicely between the main game and the DLC. I'm pretty sure they made the main game free on certain platforms as well when the DLC released, so some people only had to pay for the DLC to play both the game and the DLC if they didn't buy it when it originally released, which I thought was very nice of the developers. But yeah, all in all, very good experience. The combat is a lot better. It wasn't too bad to begin with. The combat was alright, but now it's very satisfying. It's very much that Cyberpunk feel. We feel overpowered as fuck. You can just go through rooms of people. It's not as difficult as it once was. Car combat has been added, and weaponized vehicles. They make the game much more fun. I haven't seen much practical use for them in the story, the weaponized vehicles or the car combat, outside of, you know, the scripted moments. However, it's still very fun. It doesn't mean that when you're just out in the streets. Also, the police, right? The police system in the game before was fucky. It didn't work. It didn't make any sense. Now the police system actually works. It adds a whole nother dimension to the game. Driving around in the city feels a bit more like a Grand Theft Auto style game rather than what it once was. It's honestly very refreshing to see Cyberpunk being the game it should have been to begin with, honestly. I was supposed to do something else and I completely forgot. Pikachu, come here to me now. Come here. I've got you now. Don't worry. We'll put your Pikachu ears back on again. You just stay right there. Stay right there and stay quiet. We don't want anyone to hear you. And I doesn't tell you how Pikachu. Oh God. Relax. Oh, come on, Matt. No more trouble than there were. Why people like you so anyhow. You're holding the camera right. Okay. Let's go. But yeah, as I was saying, I've enjoyed playing it a lot more than I did the first time around. The first time around it was a broken mess. Honestly, I thought it was very funny because the mission that you have to complete to continue on to the Phantom Liberty expansion pack even. Yeah, the mission you have to complete is like map 10 Pelin or something like that. I can't remember. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. However, when I first played this game, when the game originally released, that mission was the mission that I couldn't get past, and I had to wait until, what was it, I think a year and a half after the game came out that the patch released to fix that specific issue. But anywho, we're not here to talk about the past, we're here to talk about the here and the now. And honestly, I'm very impressed. There's very obviously been the addition of Idris Elba into the game, which his character is honestly, it's very fun. It's very fun. Idris Elba's character is an actual physical, corporeal being in this game. You can physically touch him rather than Johnny Silverhand being like a construct in your cyberpunk, cybernetic fueled brain. But yeah, it's a game with Keanu Reeves, Idris Elba, and a lot of RPG elements mixed with some Grand Theft Auto style elements, even some Call of Duty style elements. It's very, very entertaining. And honestly, I think you should give it a go. For my honest review, I give it a good, I'd say pre-patching, before the 2.01 patch, before even the 2.0 patch, this game was a mess. With the 2.0 patch and Phantom Liberty installed, it was good. A little buggy, but good. And now, finally, after the patchwork, it's very enjoyable. It's very, very enjoyable. I would be willing to give it an 8 or a 9, honestly. Very good game. Very good. I'm very excited, actually. According to the internet, there's apparently going to be a very Alien Isolation-esque horror-style mission toward the end of the Phantom Liberty DLC. And I'm hyped. I am hyped. I'm having fun, and I think you would too. My honest review would be an 8 out of 10. Well, let me know what you think if you played it yourself. Tell me if you had a moment like I did with some of these boss fights or these platforming things. The focus on the big spectacles and the platforming aspects of the game is very, very much accelerated and pushed in the Phantom Liberty DLC. Let me know if any of that caught your eye, you know? And please, if you did enjoy this video, don't unsubscribe. As always, no rest for the wicked.